This isn't the Camino de Santiago you know, and honestly, I think that makes it even better. Most of people think the Camino is just one famous route, but what if we told you there is another one, hidden in the volcanic islands, and it's completely changed the way we see pilgrimage? When we set out to plan our first long walk of the year, we knew two things. It had to be spectacular and it had to be a Camino. So we went online, and that's when we discovered something unexpected. Out of the three main churches of Santiago worldwide, one is in Galicia, but the other two, they are here, in Canary Islands. Yes, between volcanoes. What is generally seen as a land of carnival, bananas, Christopher Columbus and discovery of America, and the capital of the warmer beaches holds something much deeper, a spiritual connection not only to the land shaped by the volcanic creation, but also a history of faith stretching back more than 500 years. It already sounded like a perfect adventure, a real Camino with credentials, certificates, and those unmistakable yellow arrows. But for the moment we hesitated. Was it still Camino if it didn't finish in Santiago? That's when we ask a different question. What is a pilgrimage? Really? That was all we needed to know. We packed our gear and set off to discover one of the most unique Caminos out there. It all started at the famous dunes, an African touch within European culture. But this journey wasn't just about the desert. Ahead of us lay dry ravines, steep rocky climbs, black volcanic hills that looked like they were still burning, and the tiny villages full of charm. 66 kilometers of surprises were just about to begin, but before we even took our first step, we found out we wouldn't be walking alone. This is the one.
Yeah.
Thanks God, It was difficult to get anything.
We found this, it's half price. So
Price.
It looks really
Open the
good.
door. Come on, I want to get in. Ah. Is it this one on this?
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Home sweet home.
Hey,
Oh. Oh.
you guys finally made it! Buen camino!
What is this? These are Sean and Lainey, the brothers in arms of the Camino paths. They answered our call. For the next 4 days, we shared everything. Stretches in the morning, picnics in the afternoon, joys and struggles along the way, and views. Oh my, so many breathtaking views. Together, we've explored local cuisine, lost ourselves in the culture, and found unexpected moments of connection. From early morning coffees to late night walks and deep conversations under the stars. But we also had plenty of time to walk alone, to reflect, to write, to let Camino sink in. There's something about walking these ancient paths that makes you slow down, not just physically, but mentally. And yet, the more we walked, the more we realized the shared experience, the invisible bond that turns strangers into something more, something that stays with you long after the walk is over. And in the moments of making decisions together, choosing where to eat, when to rest, which path to take, we weren't just walking, we were learning, watching others who, just like us, were on the journey. A journey not just across landscapes, but through life itself. When we were preparing for this Camino in Gran Canaria, we had our doubts. Our mind were saying, prepare for winter, it's February in Europe. But our intuition and our experience, they were screaming something else. Swimsuit, swimsuit.
Look at the sky! Sunset is going on.
So we're just in the middle of the barranco. In Spanish we call it barranco.
A ravine.
A ravine. And what's inside of the... Obviously, a swimming pool.
Yeah, we arrived, we were sweating because it was hot. And we just went for a swim. The water was freezing cold,
True story.
but we loved it.
Look at this sunset. Mamma
Yeah.
mia. Guess what? Intuition didn't fail us. At the start of our journey, we watched closely ocean waves, letting the sun warm our skin. By the day 2, we were practically roasting. Thankfully, we packed our sun hoodies. Day 3 and 4, perfect, warm, sunny, and the kind of refreshing nights that make walking a climb steep trails feel effortless. Yeah, we had found it, an oasis of perfect weather in the middle of the most unexpected Camino season. We jumped into the swimming pool, got our noses sunburned, and hiked with a gentle ocean breeze pushing us forward. And just in case, maybe don't share this with our family back home. They're probably shoveling snow from their drivers right now. But the most important moment of all happened on day 3. After hours of climbing, weaving through the sands of the pine forest, we reached a clearing. And then we saw it. A mirage, floating land in the distance. Except it wasn't a mirage, it was Tenerife, one of the 8 Canary Islands, our home. And that's when it hit us. We had spent years traveling the world, chasing the Camino experience, searching for meaning in faraway places, only to realize that some of the most breathtaking and undiscovered pilgrimage trails were just here in our backyard. If you walk the Camino de Santiago on the mainland, your destination is clear, the Cathedral of Santiago. And as you approach, you see the spires rising in the distance. It becomes your compass, your direction. But here on the Camino de Gran Canaria, something different happened. Instead of the cathedral, our compass was a mountain, the volcano, home. Not just physical home, but a home in the deepest sense. Home as myself, my origins, and home to what I am. And if you're interested to know more details about this Camino experience, subscribe as we'll post daily vlogs including history, practical tips on accommodations, navigations and getting there. And if you feel that this Camino is calling you and you wish to experience it with us, sign up for the waiting list, as next winter we may organize a walking retreat for a small group of like-minded pilgrims to discover this hidden gem between the volcanoes.